upgrade. Is it just downpipes primarily?
Yeah, just downpipe and a tune.
Catless, and then the stock intake still.
Stock intakes.
Very cool. I still have the stock intakes for mine, but the guy routed them to the front.
Okay.
It makes a lot more intake sounds.
Ah.
And presumably it's supposed to be better for temps, for colder intake temps.
Gotcha.
It's an engine, buddy.
Boxes and the aftermarket box will make too much of a difference, but it does make a difference.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep the stock, you can, and you still make power.
You can switch out the filter to like a drop-in KN or whatever, free-flowing. What everyone says, if when you go in the front, you're more likely to suck in dust.
Yeah.
And because of the engine in these cars already prone to scratching cylinder walls, like they're like it's a risk even greater than stock.
Yeah.
But again, everybody puts them on anyway because they look sick and they sound sick. Yeah. How many miles on it?
Right now, 46,000 miles.
Sweet.
Yeah, I bought it at 38,000.
I love it.
I just bought it maybe 8 months ago.
Yeah. Low mileage.
Yeah.
Probably just someone's garage baby for a while.
Man, it was far from a baby.
you had to restore a lot of stuff?
Do a lot of
Well,
stuff.
then I presume you got a good deal.
Yeah.
I hope you got a good deal.
I could have got a better one.
Yeah, that's always the truth.
Yeah, but I tried my best. So.
There's always more hidden under the cosmetics. Whoops.
So I did my best.
I love it.
Yeah, so I got the wheels restored.
Mm-hmm.
They had a couple curb crashes on them. Got the wheels done actually last week. I got the paint polished and ceramic coated. There's some spots that need to be repainted. Just gonna get a PDR session done on it.
In the front, usually, all the chips and stuff.
On the side, there's a dent on the side
Okay.
that I hate. When I'm walking up to it, I can see it.
You always see it, yeah.
But nobody else sees it. That one's an eyesore right there.
Yeah, I can
And then
see.
this big one right here. This is the one.
Yep.
That's the one that gets me every time.
Man, these cars, I think the design is near flawless, like from the back and the quarter. Some people don't like the front. It's up to like
I love it.
taste. I think it looks kind of like a shark. It's kind of more aggressive, for sure. What's the exhaust tips? Do you know what brand?
So those are the comp exhausts.
Okay, that's how they come.
Yeah, that's how they come black. And then they cut the mufflers out.
Okay,
Mufflers
so it's louder.
Yeah. And then that carbon bit right there came from factory like that.
I've been looking at the Turner muffler deletes.
On the diffuser.
Yeah,
What's
I've been looking at the Turner Motorsports muffler deletes. They're not expensive, and if you cut out the muffler, and if you want, you could put it back if it's too much. I don't think it would be too much. I drive it rarely, and I just rip on it.
Yeah.
So you want it to be loud.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I'm looking at like this wing definitely completes the rear. Without it, it looks kind of...
Yeah, it's kind of like
I can show you my car upstairs. I think you'll enjoy it.
Sure, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, so this one, it's got the wraparound leather.
The dash and everything.
Yeah. It came from in 2014, 135,000, brand new. It depreciated 90 grand.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why it's such a good bargain at this age and mileage.
Yeah.
The rear, you have the center delete, right? The coupe.
Yeah.
Usually have that. I also love this thing.
Four-seater.
Yeah, I love this thing they did.
Oh, the Gran Coupe.
Kind of the see-through.
Yeah.
Not many people sit back there, I presume.
As you can see, there's no marks on the...
Yeah. Concerning the tune, you said it was tuned when you bought it, but you're not exactly sure which company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not exactly.
There's the two main companies, the BM3 and MHD. I have the BM3 tune. People like it a lot more. MHD is a little more aggressive, but people say it's not consistent. Like sometimes it'll tweak out or overboost or spike or get twitchy. So again, but MHD, I've had it on like the 3 Series, a couple of 3 Series cars, and I think they focus better on those 6 bangers, like the inline 6s. They do really well. Yeah. But I'm sure it's perfectly fine.
Oh, it drives amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. My mechanic told me that there is a tune on there, but he cannot tell what it is, because normally you could hook it up to the OBD scanner.
Yep.
And you can see what tune's on it. But he said apparently it looks like it got tuned, but on the stock. They piggyback on the stock.
So it could be a piggyback. Depends. Usually a piggyback would involve like an additional device, like a JB4. Yeah. Those are, I remember JB4s from before they used to tune the ECU because they couldn't. They would just put on the piggybacks. They worked all right. But yeah, these cars are awesome. They're like spaceships.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like 0 to 60 is rough because it's rear wheel drive. But I've never gone 60 to like 120 that fast.
Super quick. And you don't even feel it.
No, it's awesome.
I'm thinking about removing the spacers, going wider wheels.
I
don't really like
better traction as well. I think I have 315s. If you warm them up, also 4Ss, they do pretty good. But yeah, it's a struggle still. But BMWs do a great job of traction management. I had a older AMG recently, and that thing, like, it doesn't matter what you do, it just rips the rear end. It just wants to spin. Yeah, it's all that supercharger torque. And it was a different animal. Like the Beamer is more refined. Like it wants to take turns, feels very well put together. The AMG is just like a muscle car.
Yeah.
At least the one I had. It felt like a muscle car.
Yeah, these cars are awesome. I fell in love with it the moment I saw it.
Your first Beamer?
My first Beamer.
Yeah, this is like, most people start with like a 3 Series, right? Like 335, and they tune it up, and they're like, oh, it's pretty cool, and then they work up. You just went for the big boy.
Yeah, man. I saw it, and I was like, I moved from the STI to this. I told myself I'd never buy another black car. And then I ended up with this.
Yeah. No, it looks awesome.
And it's even so much. It's a lot of car to wash when you're washing it.
Yep.
But it's amazing.
Yeah, this is the 650. I have no compression in the second cylinder. It's very clean engine for 198,000 miles. Like one lady owned it, and her husband kind of maintained it for her all its life. And so I'm gonna pull off pretty much the passenger side head and figure out, I think it's a valve, either burnt or stuck, so it doesn't give compression. It drives, like you can go out for a drive, it's just in limp mode because it senses like one cylinder's down, and so it cuts all the boost. It's not fast, but it drives.
Looks amazing. It looks in good condition, honestly.
Yeah, it's like that dark blue.
And you have the same headlights.
Same headlights. That's what I was looking at. Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna go, black everything out, lip once it's all running.
Oh yeah.
Lower it a bit. Give it that new life.
Yeah.
After its years of commuting, I-5, probably, north and south. This is a 13 M5. So it's same engine as yours, the S63. So it's pretty much the same layout.
Oh man, the moment I walked in here, I'm looking at it. The white just looks amazing.
Yeah. I was sleeping on the 5s and the 6s when I bought this car. We had like a big family car, but my wife never drove it because the kids would throw up in it. Like they'd just get nauseous. And I was so mad because I spent so much money on that Escalade, but I would drive it by myself, like the long one. So it took a while to sell it. You know, finally found someone that bought it. They were really cool. They pretty much gave me what I wanted, and I'm like, I need a fun dad car. So I just started searching Facebook, and this popped up. And I was like, that's it. I got to go look at this. And I test drove it. It was like in traffic in Seattle. So I couldn't even tell that it was that fast. But I was like, the deal is so good that I just bought it. And I'm like, I'll figure it out. And then, of course, a day or two later, I tested it out. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Money well spent. I'm like, yeah, this is it.
They're really fast.
So this has 100K miles. But it's clean title.
And it's in great condition.
Yeah, great condition. And all the mods were here. Like, I haven't done anything other than like oil catch cans under the hood and some kind of more extensive maintenance. But you can see the seats are slightly different.
Seats are different. Yeah.
Someone did some buttons and blue stuff on there. But yeah, it's like it's like a spaceship. I'm sure yours has the whole soft close thing.
Yeah.
I think they all came with it. Yeah, so here's like those intakes I was telling you about that just stick out right there.
Wow, the white on this car. Oh my God.
Bugs from the last drive.
It's crazy out seeing it in person. I see it on your YouTube channel. And
yeah, in person it's so much more like intense, so much bigger.
I see you got PPF on, right?
Yeah, yep, that was all done before me. All I did was I installed these catch cans. It would like blow a bit of smoke on cold starts. I put these in, it stopped. Okay. So these catch any kind of blow by oil, similar Subarus.
PCV.
Yeah, the PCV stuff. One of my turbos has a slight seal leak. So if I really rip on it for like half an hour and I come back, it smokes a little bit. I have some spare turbos that I bought off a guy that totaled his M5. I have a spare transmission that I also bought because people are like, well, when you push the power more, the clutch packs give out. And so the transmission off a low mileage M5 was cheaper than just an upgraded set of clutch packs. I'm like, whatever, I'll buy a spare trans, lay it there.
I was thinking the same thing. Does your car vibrate when you back up a hill?
A little bit. That's a dual clutch. Yeah. You kind of freaks you out. You're like, something wrong with it? And you're like, nah. The owner's like, it's just the dual clutch. It's what it does.
Yeah, mine does the same thing. And I looked it up, and everyone does it. Yeah. M5s, M6s, dual clutch transmission.
Exactly.
When you're going backing up a hill, it's like a stick shift, like
exactly.
trying to die. If you give it too little of input, that's how it starts to die.
Yep. There's no spacers, so I guess someone picked a really good offset spec of the wheels. They're lightweight.
It looks amazing. Yeah,
they're pretty meaty, which helps. Like in the rear 315, good traction for as much as you can get.
Yep.
Let me move this out.
Got some Michelin summer tires on.
Yeah, just the 4S's. They grip well.
30, 20s.
Yeah, so it just has dowmpipes and then stock exhaust, and it still sounds good. But I want to open it up more. Like I want it louder, because yeah, V8, you want it to sound.
And then the turbos actually quiet them down a little bit.
They do. They do.
So you have to do all that because my car is super loud when wide open throttle. Or when cold start, then it just...
What else can I say? Yeah, it's been great. Again, people are afraid of BMWs, but I think you have to come in like understanding it's a performance car. It's pushing limits, so you can expect that type of maintenance requirement. But I wouldn't daily it, because it makes it feel more special when you like weekend it, because you get in and you're like, if you drive it every day, it probably gets...
Oh no, I don't get used to it. Well, it's only been 8 months, but I still haven't gotten used to it because every time I go on it, it surprises me.
Yeah.
It surprises me every time.
Catches you off guard.
Yeah, because sometimes, you will be driving and, okay, say someone's in the left lane and you're going south and you're coming up on somebody in the middle lane. You're in the middle lane,
Mhm.
you're trying to get over. You just push on the gas. It just takes off. It loses traction. It's
Mhm.
crazy. While
Going
rolling.
60, 70.
Yeah, it
Yep.
loses traction.
Yep.
It's crazy, and it just takes off.
Yeah.
And you're at
I've never driven
130.
with full traction off. That's how the guy that totaled it. He said, I was driving full traction off. I just floored it. He's like, I woke up in the hospital. And I'm like,
Oh.
he's like MDM at the worst, or just keep the traction on. And I'm like, I got you. So yeah. Because again, rear wheel drive and 700 horsepower? And it's unpredictable in that regard.
Yeah, the dealership told me it made, when I just got it, they told me it made, it has a downpipe, catalyst downpipe, and a tune. When I got it, I was like, oh, man, this doesn't make, let's say it makes around 600. And then I didn't know about the M2.
Yeah, the settings.
So I clicked the button, M2 anyways. I was like, whoa, this thing makes, it definitely makes 700. It definitely makes 700.
Yeah.
If not 700, close, 680.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I need to upgrade. I'm pretty convinced I gotta do it. Bow, 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 bow. I got this new camera tactic. That's gonna be my my specialty, my niche. Spaceship. I think the fitment is actually quite good. Yeah. Maybe I heard a slight rub, but it looks perfect in terms of how well it fits in there.
It did rub a little bit.
Oh yeah, also in the Gran Coupe, the steering, the belt is kind of in the seat. Takes a while to get used to. This is unique, yeah, with no moonroof, but again, carbon roof. Do you know how much weight it saves?
I'm not sure.
Not much, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't do my research on that.
But it looks good with that divot in the middle.
Looks like a supercar.
Race car, baby. This is technically a supercar killer.
Yep.
Every time I drive out, I'm like, I want to see some kind of like Lambo or Ferrari and a clear road, and I want to give him a run for his money.
See if he can do it.
This sounds good. This is just like a bit louder than stock, but the tone is the same, I'd say, as like the stock exhaust. So is it a full exhaust or just the mufflers cut out?
Full, just straight pipe all the way through. Yeah. At wide open throttle, it's pretty loud.
What are your usual settings? For example, are you all in comfort for everything? What do you like?
So I do Sport Plus for the transmission and engine.
Keeps the revs up.
Yeah. And then for suspension, I do Sport. And then for steering wheel, I keep it at comfort.
I think anytime you go more sporty on the steering, it just gets very heavy. And it's hard to turn.
Very, very.
It resists you, and it almost seems dangerous if you would need to turn quick. I remember watching an old episode of Top Gear, and Jeremy Clarkson drove an M6, and he said the same thing. I love how the M6 punished the Bentley and the GTR on that one special they did. If you've never watched it, I recommend you go watch it. He had like a blue one. If you want, go left.
Okay.
I think it's more clear. This turn is sometimes tricky. Were all the mods on it when you got it, or you did everything?
All the mods were on it when I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, all the mods were on it when I got it. The previous owner didn't have bad taste. It's just that he didn't take care of it as well as I would. You know.
Luckily, the mileage is not super huge, so the wear was not extensive.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I've owned cars with 30 owners, and the car is just destroyed. Nobody really cared about anything. Half the, like that AMG I had, half the things I fixed by just tightening stuff.
Yep.
Suspension fixed by tightening everything.
Yep.
You know, and so yeah, like 1 or 2 owners, if they love their car, it's gonna be in good shape.
Yep.
I agree. What I love about this coupe style is the interior is like very snug, more snug than the 5.
Really?
It feels a little more snug. Like if we ever go for a spin in the 5, you'll see the difference. But I like it.
It could be the bolstering in the seat. I was trying to get it a little warmed up.
No problem. You want your needle to go up, pretty much.
It started moving just now, so.
Does you know if the tune has any like burble stuff in it, or is it if you downshift?
It pops.
It pops a bit.
Yeah, it pops.
It's all the craze these days.
Yeah, but I don't like the whole
AK-47 tune.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's actually not healthy for your engine.
No.
Yeah, you have to dump fuel and retard the timing, and it's a type of condition the engine doesn't want to be in, and so the ignition happens outside of the engine, pretty much around your turbos, so you know, kind of kills them prematurely.
I feel like these pops and bangs are more natural. About this one.
I wouldn't go too fast. I know there's going to be a nice straight. There's always a lot of traffic. This is a good spot to eat. There's always a lot. I've seen Diablos parked here before, just randomly on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Old guys going out for a cruise. Yeah, we're coming up on some fun back roads here. This is where I take all my tuning people to do their logging.
I feel like the paddles are a lot softer.
Softer than yours?
Than mine, yeah.
You could switch them out if you wanted yours back.
I might go ahead and do a upgrade.
Magnetic?
Yeah.
I bought some kind of $200 magnetic paddles. They sounded great, but again, they just didn't register. And the company's like, oh, like, I don't know why. And then I researched it online, and then people are like, well, the ones that do work, they're like $400. It's kind of expensive for some clickety clicks.
Yeah.
But they do give you that sensation of it's a race car, and you have the actual reliable press. So it uses magnets instead of little springs.
Overall, I think this steering wheel is a little bit thinner right here, which makes it good for my thumbs. Because it has a little thumb placement right here, cut out. The OEM steering wheel is a little bit fat.
It is.
But it's also comfortable, soft.
You can open up a little bit, but there's going to be a left, and there's some fun windy roads. Yeah, that's where it's at. If you slow down, it's right here. Or we'll do a UE somewhere.
Yeah.
It's so smooth. I love it. It's a little bumpy here. That's why I usually take a left over there.
Okay.
Well, we can turn it around somewhere. Just don't go too crazy fast. It's a little, I know you have a lip and everything. Ugh.
Yeah.
This road, if it were smooth, this would be the best, like 0 to 100
Yeah.
road for here. The dual clutch does an awesome job. I love how snappy it is.
Do you feel when the turbo kicks in?
Oh yeah. The rush,
Yeah.
kind of 4K.
5,000 RPM is when this one kicks in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably do a UE here.
The moment you
slow
hit,
down.
the moment you hit 5,000 RPMs, it just boom hits you. I might just go down here.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
then just
It's as I said, the 0 to 60 is tough because the traction's struggling.
that corner.
We could just keep going.
just
Yeah,
keep going.
this goes around the lake. The 0 to 60 is tough, but like if you're doing a 40 roll and it's a nice warm day, it hooks really good. Like second gear feels really good.
It warmed up pretty fast because it's warm outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's been sitting in the sun. In the wintertime, it takes forever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
When you were, what made you buy this car? Like, were you looking at other Beamers other than the M6?
I was just shopping around, looking at the M4,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know if I want another coupe. Because my last time I bought a coupe, which was the Infinity, my mom was like, oh, so you don't want us to travel with you anymore? So, even though the Gran Coupe, it doesn't have a lot of legroom back there, you can still have people back there.
Yep.
Temporary. So that's why I steered away from the M4. It seemed like a more logical buy for me because as far as price point and all that, I can turn it right here.
Sure.
As far as price point for maintenance and all that.
Yeah, I think what they recommend, because BMW said change your oil every 15K, people said do not do that.
Oh, yeah.
Like 3 to 5K,
Mm-hmm.
heat cycle it correctly, right? Warm it up, cool it down, and it'll live on way better. Yeah, it'll live way longer than the typical
Yep.
S63 engine that everyone likes to hate on.
Yep.
The BRAP is pretty sweet.
So I changed my oil every 5,000 miles.
Yeah, it's not that expensive.
No. You do it yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
The first oil change I got on this car, I had non-year codes to just have something on the Carfax.
If we close the window, I want to get a idea for the exhaust, just for myself.
Sure.
Because I'm trying to. Yeah, you can't hear it. It's pretty much like stock.
Yeah. It's pretty noise controlled.
Isolated. Yeah, I'm totally gonna do it. Now I have no doubt. I was kind of on the fence before, because like I don't want to annoy my wife if we go for a trip. I've taken my car to Winthrop to Leavenworth.
Yeah.
Over the pass. That was fun as well. We did that in the Leavenworth Drive last year. Slightly less bumps on this side, but they're still there. It does more of this BRAP type overrun in the Sport Plus mode. When you're in comfort, it doesn't do it as much. Yeah, it sounds way cooler in Sport Plus engine mode, but it's more sensitive to the throttle inputs. Yep.
See that one.
Where that truck came out of, we can hit a right, and there's like if you've never driven that road, it's very fun.
Yeah, I've never driven
Oh, you're gonna love it. I'll open my window a little.
it. Getting warm. And you have that wastegate rattle.
Yes, I have it too. If you can even reach the wastegate, you can just rattle it by hand. That's for some reason that issue has been with BMW since the E90s, E92s.
And they said don't fix it, because if you try to fix it, you make mess. I was losing traction.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Blinks at you. It sounds so good. The reason I haven't ordered the Turner muffler deletes yet is they discontinued their black ones. They have these like polished ones and then the matte ones, like they're silver.
Yeah.
But I want black, and so I've been kind of like on the fence. But you can always go take it to powder coating, and they'll powder coat it black for you. It's pretty cheap. It's like $300-400, and it comes with clamps and stuff.
Oh man, they're working.
Yeah, it's just a small.
Oh man, this steering wheel feels amazing.
No, it looks good.
It feels amazing. Like I can wrap my hand around it. It feels sturdy. Hope it lasts.
Because you're pretty much gonna grip it in those same spots. You could grip it on the bottom if you're just cruising freeway. I know on my truck I just kind of keep it has a interesting flat bottom style steering wheel. You want to give them a little glory, a little taste. I love it. This is a long straight right here actually. Is that the tire? Or is that the wind?
Yeah.
Okay.
Through the window here. So that.
Yeah, I heard it. It's like after what?
Yeah.
A certain number.
100 miles per hour.
That's when you know you're like, oh, I'm at that number.
I was at 112.
It does not feel like it.
No.
It feels like 60. That's the beauty of BMW and like German engineering. You know, they cruise the Autobahn at 200.
So I don't know what I need to do. I think I need to get the window readjusted, like upwards a little bit.
Okay.
Because the air catches it and then does this. And
Yep.
The air
Flutters.
Yep.
It again, it's probably because it's a frameless window. It's a really cool design, but yeah, the wind will catch under that seal.
Yeah.
Yeah, this road is super fun. Your car's a little bit heavy.
Yep.
The Subarus are fun to rip around on here.
Oh yeah.
But
when I had my Subi, I took it to autocross, and it was a lot of fun.
So you have a great exhaust tone. What I'd say my M5 has more is more induction.
Oh, yeah.
Like those intakes, you just hear them like. Yeah, it's from the front you hear that, from the back you hear stock plus. So now I'm like, I want both.
Yeah. So the more I hear my induction sound is like in tunnels.
Yeah.
I'm in there like, I'm like, oh man, that sounds amazing. I wish I want to do that, but there's been like stuff about it, and I drive it almost year round. I try to. Stuff about it being like water, sucking in water.
Yep. The water is, for me, it's more like dust and pollen.
Yeah.
You want like a good heavy duty filter on there.
Yeah.
After these couple turns, there's one more straight, and there's a nice place to do a UE. I thought maybe I could get like an exterior shot of you doing a little drive-by.
Sure.
And then we'll head back. Crunch time, crunch time.
There's you said straight.
It's a straight shot, and then there's like this turn to the right where you can pull over and I'll jump out. And then if you drive a little further, there's a pretty wide turnaround spot. Yeah, if you just drop me off, maybe let you do 1 or 2 flybys. Be safe.
Always.
All right. just looks so menacing coming down the road, so low. Other maintenance wise, I guess, right? People watch these type of videos when they're about to buy.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Oh yeah.
Like, what have you had to do in your last, how many months? 8 months?
See, I did preventive maintenance. So spark plugs, fuel system clean, and brake fluid flush.
Yeah. All yourself?
No, actually. I had it done at Don Yerko's.
Okay.
Just to, I don't have time.
Sure,
sometimes.
sure.
But yeah, so preventive maintenance. The transmission fluid got changed by a dealer. But there's a little leak around the pan. I might have that gasket replaced.
Yeah.
The big thing about these cars, I sent in an oil analysis to Blackstone.
Okay.
When I changed the oil. So the big thing about these cars is the rod bearings, right?
Absolutely.
So I wanted to see if it has any wear, because I already know it's gonna be like $5,000 to get that done, which is, you know, fine by me, because when I bought the car, I knew it's gonna be, you know, whichever you see.
Yeah, you're fine. What did they say? Because your mileage is still pretty low, right?
I still haven't gotten a response.
Oh, okay.
I did the oil change on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I sent it in on Monday.
Okay.
So I still haven't gotten anything from.
I have a feeling it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
But again, I'm just gauging off of, like, my engine has 100K.
Yeah.
I kind of cut open or really split open the filter when I changed my oil to look for any shavings, and there's zero. Looked super clean. But yes, you know, things happen.
Yeah.
It's a very loaded engine.
Yep.
Like, that power, all that pressure goes somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's on those bearings.
Weak bearings.
Yeah, they're not super thick. They're not much bigger than like a Subaru rod bearing. If I show you one at home, they're not much thicker. They might even be narrower.
Really?
Just because the rod itself, it doesn't need to be extremely thick
Yeah.
to do its job. And there's, again, it's all about oil
Yeah.
pressure. Got another straight. Maybe we could do like a windows open thing. Wow. It's so different sitting on the side. Like, I just relax and it just shoves me in the seat. I love it. I was giving my father-in-law a ride. He opened the window, his hat almost flew out. He was wearing like a big straw hat. Yeah, he had a great time. He's like, I wasn't expecting that. These guys are just like, oh, it's that kid again. Looks like some kind of tree maintenance or power company. There's more and more of them.
There's a lot of them. Just...
Looks like they're putting in maybe new power posts. Nice turbo spool. What's cool is about this S63 engine is they have the twin scroll turbos. The manifolds are way different design than the N63. You know, Subaru tried to do a twin scroll thing for a while. It's kind of cool. It works.
Isn't the WRX's twin scroll?
The new one is, yes. The new FA engines. So they spool up faster. I think there's pluses and minuses to it, but with this car, like, it's almost like no lag, and the turbos aren't humongous.
Yep.
So it helps. And I think if you're relying, because if you have a small engine and you have a turbo, if the turbo's small, it runs out of steam.
Yep.
But because this is a V8, it just keeps pulling. Like, the engine itself is still producing that power. up top, and just pulling through the RPM band. Have you driven the newer M5 with the 8-speed instead of the dual clutch?
No.
I want to.
How's it? Oh.
People, I haven't driven it, but people love the all-wheel drive. They're like, the traction is amazing.
Yeah, I wish this was all-wheel drive. If it was all-wheel drive, I'd put money into it to make it 1,000.
Yep. Yeah, the 0 to like almost nothing can smoke a stage 2 F90 M5. They just take everything out. The family car. I feel like that's like my next kind of want.
Yeah.
Right. People ask me like, do you want to like Lambo? I'm like, no, I just want a cooler BMW. I'm a diehard BMW guy.
See, this is my first BMW, and I don't know, I love it. The performance is just amazing. It's like, okay, my STI gets pretty good traction because it's all-wheel drive, obviously. But this thing, even though it's rear-wheel drive, it still gets pretty good traction. You know, it's not unpredictable like as unpredictable like a Ford Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
I've driven a Ford Mustang before, and man,
It's huge suspension differences.
yeah, it's a lot heavy when you go into the corners of this thing. You can feel the weight, like.
What? I don't know. You said it has like a package from the competition.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if it has the sway bars? Because I know in these years, the F series, they did thicker sway bars on the competitions.
Yes.
Okay.
It does. It has everything.
Okay.
It has everything that a comp would have, except for the carbon ceramic.
Sick.
Motors and pads.
I've been kind of browsing for competition sway bars to throw on mine.
Yeah.
Like, I think it drives fine, but you know, you kind of want all the comp stuff.
Yeah.
Because your car's not a comp.
Mhm.
Everybody's always trying to level up to the next cooler thing.
Yeah. I actually saw a comp, but I just read too many horror stories of maintaining the carbon ceramic.
Mm-hmm. You got to warm them up as well. You can't like wash the car and just park it. You need to go drive it to dry them off, because they develop cracks, etc., etc. There's a lot that goes into it.
So that makes me nervous.
And yeah, they're thousands and thousands of dollars to replace.
One guy got his replaced. Well, obviously I do it myself, but to buy the carbon ceramics are like $5,000 just to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he charged. Let's see, some guy charged him $2,000 to install them
Mm-hmm.
on just the fronts. I say, what?
There's a carbon. So I don't know how true this is. There's a couple of the Ferraris.
Yeah.
The carbon ceramic brake change costs almost as much as a Camry,
Really?
like $20K.
Oh.
It's probably like more than just rotors and pads. You know, maybe it's more involved, but it's a full new car.
Yeah.
Just for some brakes. So yeah, steel brakes is okay.
Yeah.
I've never faded the brakes on my car.
I have a little warpage in these rotors
Mm-hmm.
when braking. You can feel it in the steering wheel, but it's not as bad. I might be able to turn them, but they're two-piece rotors, so I don't know.
You can hit it right at the stop. My dad's a machinist, so he turned mine for me,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're fine. So it can be done. He works at the shipyard in Oak Harbor, so he has all the.
Turned your N5s?
Yeah, because I bought it. It warped pretty bad. Now it's all gone. Love it. He brought him to work, and they said you can't turn those. He's like, watch. And he did it. He's like, as long as there's still thickness to the rotor, you'll be fine. Yeah, he had to. He did say yes. He had to kind of make his own jig to secure it and keep it balanced.
Yeah.
But he's like, you know, it's nothing impossible. So it's doable. And again, dad's to the rescue.
Yeah. I'd like to get mine turned, hopefully, or just replace them. I mean, I've seen some online, OEM style, or OEM actually. I can't remember what brand
You don't have to drive in if you don't want.
700. Just pull you up right here.
For sure.
$700 for two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is not bad.
It's not bad, but you know,
Yeah.
if there's still life in them,
Yeah, why not?
why not pay, you know, $100 or something to get them turned?
Why not?
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate
sure, man.
the time. We gotta go for a drive together.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward
to. Your M5 on the road.
It feels about the same in terms
yeah?
of the power. Yours is a little louder exhaust, and that's what I'm actually wanting now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how much does yours make?
It's the BM3 Stage 2. I do run the 93 map, so I add like a couple gallons of E85, and there's no knock, right? That's like the big issue. So it's, what do they say, 700? But it feels very similar to this.
Okay. Yeah, because this does make, I feel like it does make 680, 700, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
There's no way it makes less. You know, a lot of people bloat up their, you know, HPs or whatever.
BMW's good at undershooting. They always say, oh, it's 560. And then people run it on the dyno. They're like, it's 600.
Yeah.
Even with their stock cars.
So, yeah, I mean, I really love this car, man. Especially this right now. I'm planning on doing a red button. I ordered it. It comes with the M1, M2 button, but I'm not going to change those. I'm just going to change the red button. I heard that you could just easily drill a little hole, pop it out, use like a little hook and pull it out,
Okay.
and then just pop the new one in instead of pulling the whole thing off. So I might do that. Just drill a little hole there and put a little pin in there, pull it out.
For sure.
And yeah, so this is the Bang & Olufsen. Do you have the Bang & Olufsen sound system?
No, I have the whatever came Harman Kardon, yeah, the lower level.
Okay. Yeah. So
it works fine. But yeah, I know this is the better.
Yeah, it came with everything from the factory. There's a couple stuff that I gotta fix. So the roof liner is stressing me out because it does it. I heard about this. And
as long as it's the age and probably the heat.
Yeah,
This car they used.
This car is from Texas, so yeah.
I've been kind of looking out. I don't smell any oil. Like BMWs, and leaks and oil smells are hand in hand. So
it doesn't leak a drop.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah, we were under it. Everything's, whenever I put it up on my lift, I have a little quick jacks. You should get some of those. Those are lifesavers, by the way. Well, you get the TLX, extra long.
TLX, okay. I'll look into them.
TLX. I have the 5000 TLX, and it's the exact size for this vehicle.
Sick.
So TLX will work just for you. I mean, you could do the 7000 if you want, so you could lift maybe your truck. But your truck probably wouldn't go any higher, much higher.
Yeah.
When it lifts it.
I do the oil change. I don't even need to do anything. I just climb under it.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. This car's amazing. I'm gonna keep it for a long, long time. And
next time we'll do a drive vid together.
You should come by my house sometime.
I'll hit you up.